The Sims announced a couple new creator kits yesterday, and I feel like it's kind of been a while since we've gotten into some Sims news here on YouTube, so we've got a lot to talk about. And first of all, I apologize because normally I would have made this video yesterday, but it was my birthday and I was actually painting pottery when the news first came out, so I wasn't really home and able to do this like normal. But here's the big news. We've got Peacemaker's Grange Mudroom kit and Cryptic Sims Essential Glam kit coming out on August 21st. You know that whole "this is my Super Bowl, this is my Roman Empire" meme? This is my Roman Empire. Cryptic Sim and Peacemaker are some of my most favorite CC creators literally ever. I know I don't really use a lot of CC in my videos anymore, but both of these two are like insta download creators for me, and they have been for years and years and years. Seriously, every single thing they have ever made is incredible, so I can't even imagine how good these kids are going to be. Unfortunately, we do have to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that I'm going to be out of town when these kids come out. I'm going to a wedding in the UK next week, so I'm not gonna be able to make a video about them until I get back. And I feel so bad about that. Not even just because I feel bad for you that I can't review them straight away. I'm sad for me because I want to download them straight away and I just won't have time. It's Dan's cousin getting married next week and he doesn't really get to see his family very often, obviously having moved here now to Florida. So I just don't even want to bother trying to take away from family time to make a video. Like, it's just not worth it. Even though personally, I would really like to be able to download these packs the second they release. But let's talk a little bit more about them for a second. I'm actually going to start with the Essential Glam kit because this one is a very new concept for The Sims 4. So this is their first ever makeup kit, and it says it's packed with stunning looks to elevate your style. We don't really get a lot of makeup for The Sims 4, and obviously historically it's been kind of a sore subject because a lot of the makeup that we do have is not very good. I think we're all pretty familiar with the MAC makeup collab they did a few years ago. They've also got some pretty strange get to work makeup, and I feel like I should clarify, it's not an issue with the color or even really the style of this makeup. I understand what they're trying to achieve with some of these things, and it is fun to have like alien eyeliner, right? It's an issue with the execution of this makeup. This MAC eyeliner has always been particularly egregious to me because I like the idea of really heavy, dark eyeliner like this. This one though is very poorly constructed. It's completely flat, there's no texture, the lines aren't very smooth, the colors are weird, like they just don't really do a good job with their own makeup. And that's always been very confusing to the community because it's not like it's impossible to make good makeup in this game. CC creators have been doing it for years and years, but for some reason when EA makes it themselves, it has just never really hit the mark, at least until recently. In the past few years, they actually have made some really cool things in some more recent packs. It's more so the older stuff that had this problem, and we also just don't really have that much makeup. Like in the base game, there's just 3 blushes, and there are more areas that we're kind of lacking. Like we have this one highlighter in the base game now, but it's in the face paint category and I think kind of hard to find. So a lot of you might not even know that this part exists. And there's also just some categories that we're kind of lacking. Like we have this one highlighter in the base game, and this is beautiful, don't get me wrong, and it was also made by a CC creator, so that kind of contributes to it. But I think it would be really cool to have more stuff like this in The Sims 4. And the idea of a kit that is entirely makeup is really cool to me. Because again, we just don't have anything like that. They haven't really ever done a kit that is so focused in that way. And this feels like a really good category to do a super focused kit for. There's actually one promo screenshot for this and I haven't looked at it yet. So we can see a little bit more of the makeup this way. Move my face out of the way first. But look at this, already I'm seeing a new kind of highlight. There's a new lipstick, we've got eyeshadow and eyeliner. I love this sort of neon eyeshadow here, plus a new lipstick and a new blush, and what looks like another new highlight. We've got another new eyeshadow. This is sort of like a smudgy eyeliner and a third new lipstick. My guess is that this pack would probably have 25 to 30 new items. That's sort of how all of the kits tend to go. And when you think about 25 to 30 new pieces of makeup, that is a complete game changer. This pack has so much potential. The modders for this game are just miracle workers. And if you want to see more of Cryptic Sim stuff, I'm going to put a bunch of links down below. You really should check out his CC and follow him on social media because you are going to be really impressed. Also, if you're planning on buying the Essential Glam kit, make sure you use code CrypticSim at checkout. That'll make sure he earns a 5% commission on that sale. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video, but just please, if you're going to buy his kit, use his creator code. Okay, but now for the next one, we've got Peacemaker's Grange Mudroom kit also coming out that day. And we all know how I feel about build kits. I love building in The Sims, so any new build items always get me really excited. And with this one one being a mudroom kit, it seems like it's gonna have a lot of storage and like entryway decor, which we don't really have in the game. Both of these packs are really good, I think, at finding some untapped potential and then filling that hole. And funnily enough, we were actually talking about mudrooms quite a bit a few months ago on my Twitch stream because I was adding a mudroom to my Sims build and some people in my chat were kind of confused about what I was talking about with a mudroom, which makes sense because a lot of people are not from places where that's common. I mean, I live in Florida, so a mudroom isn't really a thing down here either. But just in case you've never heard of a mudroom before, these kind of like fancy built-in entryway storage solutions are really Pinterest. So you've maybe seen this sort of concept online before. I have never lived in a house that has anything like this, but I follow a lot of like interior design DIY people on Instagram, and all of them build things like this by their entryways. And it makes sense, right? Like we've got a place to sit and take your shoes off. You can hang your coats up, backpacks, bags can hang up on these hooks. And this room is actually a good picture of what a mudroom is because it's kind of like a back door, a side door. Looks like the garage is outside of this door through here, and there's tile in this room. So it's kind of like a side entry. You can walk in, take off your snowy boots, take off your coat, leave it in here, and then walk into the rest of your house and not track like mud and water throughout your whole home. That's why they call it a mud room. And even if you don't have a separate room, maybe the area by the front door has tile and the rest of your house is wood floor or something. Lots of different methods for doing this sort of same thing in different places. So this one is kind of like tucked in by the stairs and the back door. This one's like a whole room and it is absolutely beautiful. I think sometimes these will end up being kind of like a utility room too. Like in here, they've got their built-in washer and dryer next to all of these cabinets. And we actually have a couple things like this in the game already. Normally when I'm trying to make a mudroom, I'll use these laundry day ones. But you see how this one, it's not really a built-in, it feels more like a furniture piece. This one sort of has more built-in vibes, but it's really big. It is like a giant shelving unit. There's also one kind of like it from Seasons, but these are all very specific in their color scheme and style too. They don't even come in a plain white color. Like none of them do. There's no solid plain white on any of these items. Of course, there's no plain black either. It's kind of like a grayish tone instead. So I like them, but I do also kind of find them hard to use because the style of them is a little bit limiting. And the idea of a whole kit dedicated to this concept and like the idea of an entryway is really, really exciting to me. We have 2 screenshots. I haven't looked at these yet either, so we can look at them now. Oh my God. Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, so there's like built-in cabinetry. It's sort of like a modular set. This one is open with shelving. There's a closed cabinet. There's like an upper cabinet piece. We've got those like storage hooks that we were looking at. There's a bench that fits in. There's a new rug. This is a new wallpaper. We've got a new plant. There's a basket and a new bag. There's like shoes and glasses. This is like a take your shoes off sign, I think. I'm not sure if that's the base game book stack. I think it might be because these 2 are base game items. This towel is base game. There's just rain boots on the floor, which is so cute. Oh my God. I love the look of this. I love this. I really like the color of it as well. That is beautiful. This is the other screenshot, so it's kind of like a different angle, different view of the room. And then we have this other screenshot. This one has some other swatches. I really like this yellow. This kind of pastel yellow. There's a new mirror, a couple new sconce lights. This looks like some mail in a little package. I kind of love this too because I think that maybe these baskets are slotted underneath this part of the table, but there's a separate basket. I think this one is clutter that matches so you can use it in your shelves. Oh my gosh, this is really nice. This is really, really nice. Even if you used it outside of an entryway, you could make like a custom built-in wardrobe in your Sims bedroom using these cabinets. You could do it like the back of your Sims office with these cabinets. It's just a really nice built-in storage solution that you could use anywhere. And I like how it's very glamorous because we do have a couple things that you could kind of try to achieve this with like Dream Home Decorator, but that all feels very modern. It's kind of a different style than this one is. All the detail in this woodwork is like a complete opposite style from like the flat facing cabinets in Dream Home Decorator. I'm so excited. Both of these kits kind of feel like a birthday gift to me. Not to make it about me, but like the timing of these, while kind of sad that I'm gonna be out of town, is also really good because I love The Sims and it's always fun to get new stuff. If you are planning on buying Peacemaker's kit, please, please, please use code Peacemaker at checkout in the EA app. It is the only way for either of these creators to make commission on their kit. is if you use their code. I've talked about this a fair bit every time the CC kits come up, so I'm sorry to bring it up again. I'll be brief this time. But both of these creators were paid a flat fee for their work on these packs. I don't know what that flat fee was. It's probably a pretty decent amount of money, but I cannot overstate just how much money The Sims and EA is going to make off of these creators' work. And that's the deal. Like, they agreed to that, obviously, but Peacemaker and Cryptic Sim made everything coming in these kits completely by themselves. They had an idea, pitched it to EA, made the concept art, made every item coming in the pack, even made the art we're looking at right now. From start to finish, these packs were entirely made by the creators. EA is more like a publisher. They just packaged it up and sold it to us. And so this is an incredible opportunity for them. I kind of am like projecting my own emotions onto this a little bit because I got to make a kit too, but mine was a little bit different because I don't make CC. I was like the idea girl on my pack. But for me, as a massive fan of the game, it was really special and really meaningful to get to work with them and like have my ideas come to life in The Sims 4. And I can only imagine that these two feel the same way about that. And it is also a way to get their name out there a little bit more, but I think the opposite is true, where The Sims is going to really heavily benefit from the expertise and also the audience of both of these two creators. Because if you are a fan of Sims custom content, you know these names and you trust these names. You just assume that both of these two kits are gonna be amazing because you know these names and you trust their work. You probably have their work in your game right now. Every single CC kit so far has been incredible, like blown me away, best kits we've got for the game. And I expect no different from these two. So The Sims is gonna make an unbelievable amount of money on these packs. So yes, they got paid that flat fee, but they're not gonna make any sales commission. It doesn't matter if you buy their kit unless you use their creator code. That's code Peacemaker and code Cryptic Sim at checkout, same as the names right here on the screen. It might be a 7% commission for the first week. They haven't actually confirmed that yet, but moving forward, like from now on forever, it'll be 5% as the standard commission. So if you like these creators and you want to support them, I am begging you to use their codes at checkout. And I know it's kind of annoying, but when I buy these, I'm gonna do it in 2 separate transactions. Like I'll buy Grange Mudroom first, use code Peacemaker, check out, and then buy Essential Glam second, use code Cryptic Sim, and then check out again. Because you can't use more than one creator code in a transaction. They make it so difficult. But I just want to be able to support them financially. So that's why I keep talking about it. And I can't make a video about it on release day to remind you again because I'm gonna be gone. So just please, please, please use their creator codes. They put so much work into this and I want them to be very successful. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna link both Cryptic Sim and Peacemaker down below and like all of their stuff. I'll put their websites, their downloads pages, their social media. If you haven't heard of them, seriously, go check them out because they make really cool stuff for this game. And speaking of games, I have one more thing I want to show you today, completely unrelated to the kits. I've got the Sims board game. If you haven't seen this yet, you're gonna be really excited about this too. Bear in mind, I haven't played this. I'm gonna unbox it in front of you. So I don't know if it's good or not. This is not an endorsement, okay? But if you are a fan of The Sims and you like board games, they made a Sims board game that just came out a couple weeks ago. They sent it to me, I didn't buy this. So this is the PR package that it comes in. It looks really cute as far as PR packages go. What will your story be? Best-selling author, ghost whisperer, fabulously wealthy, master chef, chief of mischief. They've got like all the aspiration icons on the outside. Okay, here we go. Here's the game. Let's roll. Sim around and find out. Oh, that's actually really cute. So this is the actual board game box. This is like what you would buy when it comes in. Here's a look at what the back of it looks like. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to get it open. So here's the instructions. I don't actually know how you play. I can show you this too, just in case you want to get a better feel for it. I mean, you could probably also look this up. I'm sure there's like pictures when you try and buy it online. But the board is really cool because every piece is like a plumb bob on the back. There are 3 of them and you fit them together like this and it becomes Willow Creek. There are these little needs tracker cards that you can slide. We got action cards and on these it says things like Cauldron of Excellency and it's like a spellcaster's cauldron. Win a horse championship. Anything goes party bush. Then these are the home cards. Oh no, the residue from the tape is stuck to that one. The first 2 are some of my least favorite houses in the entire game. There's Realm of Magic and Get Famous. That's not good. They get better though. There's like one of the good ones from Cottage Living. There's just a campsite. It has the goth house too. And look how cute the game pieces are. They're plumb bobs. Then they have these iconic Sims. They've got like Bella Goth, bob pancakes, you know, Bone Hilda. Really cool like plum bob dice shape. And then lastly, aspiration and turn cards. I won't make you watch me open every single thing. I've already been yapping enough. But I will have to play this and then kind of get back to you on how I feel about it. It literally just got to my house, so I haven't played it yet. I wanted to open it with you. I have been really excited about this for a long time, so I'm glad to have it. And I think on that note, I'm gonna stop yapping at you now. So to recap, August 21st, those 2 new kits come out. Use code Peacemaker and Cryptic Sim at checkout. I think I'll have my video up on August 27th, and I'm so sorry, but that's the day that I'm gonna be home. I'll do a regular overview video like I normally would, and then also make some builds with the new kit. When the roadmap came out a couple months ago and there were no kits on it, I was like, there's no shot this is true. There's definitely gonna be kits. But for some reason, they don't put the creator kits on their roadmaps. They only put their own kits, like the EA made kits on the roadmaps. I think I even mentioned this in my video about it. I was like, watch there be kits when I'm gone for this wedding. And look, there are kits when I'm gone for the wedding. Because they had teased the update and I was like, oh no, what if there are kits that come out? But I'm not gonna miss it. The update is right before. I hope that doesn't mean there's kits coming out that same week, because I could totally see that, like the update being on Tuesday and then kits on the Thursday. Oh well, I might be late to covering those. I'm gonna be gone, but hey, I will be here for the update. I will be around to make a video on that update, and it sounds like that'll be a pretty big update too, so stay tuned for that next week. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss future Sims videos like this one, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Oh my god, birthday, Taylor Swift album announcement, and then Cryptic Sim and Peacemaker CC kits. This is like the best week of my life. I'm not even being dramatic. Like, I'm so excited about all of these things.